my ability to do that to crit on 19s.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm just a bear.
Right, gents. So if we're ready, I'll be honest with you. Ted, it's your turn.
Yeah. So we're going to go suck and see Nik Ana still.
You can not.
Cannot.
You cannot.
Well, I'm a druid.
This
Must be good with some ropes.
wagon's in the way.
Ah, right. Then he's. That's why I need to move a little bit then.
Be sweaty asses.
It's him there either. That's frustrating.
Yeah, you've blown this whole half of the tent open. Or someone did. I can't remember who it was.
It was
Hey.
Adam.
I think
Well done,
me and
Adam.
Adam both had goes with it, to be fair.
How did you?
Yeah. It's kind of. Hang on, no, I can move 35, can't I? Hey, now I can see the bell end.
Righto. Is that your
seeing he's trying to
35?
scarper- Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing as he's trying to scarper, as you mentioned, we will chuck a level 5 Scorching Ray at him.
Okay. So what's that? Is that how many attacks is that then? So it's 2 initially, and then you get 2 per extra level. So
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you create 1 additional ray for each slot above 2. So it's, you get 3, and I'm on level 5, so that's 6 then.
okay. Right. I'm gonna give him slight cover from the tent. Go for it.
Oh, bell ends.
Yeah, 13's gonna miss. First one, so that's 1. That hits.
Oh,
That's gonna miss.
crikey. That's missed.
Ooh.
That's missed.
Yeah. One more.
No. Well. 1 hit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. I've got 1 more left, haven't I? Sorry.
What did you do? 6?
6.
5,
Yeah.
6. No, that was 6, mate.
That was 6, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's spanners.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lucky.
Gibbons.
That's a pile of gibbons.
Everywhere they
It's
are.
not like I've been throwing badly like from the last rounds. That's 6 damage. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I might just go to bed now thinking about it.
Anything else, mate?
If that's how we're starting. I might just cry for a bit.
Seems fair.
If that's how we're starting. I mean, Cinder's still alive.
Yeah, Cinder's still alive. He's over there.
There, with 2 dickheads on him.
Let me just change him to NPC so we can see what he can see. It does the lines better.
Right.
You okay? Yeah.
Zombie horse. I been hit. I
No.
can't see a life for it.
Zombie
Oh,
horse
right.
eye. It's fresh as a daisy.
H has though, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go for H with disadvantage, I guess.
Sure.
Just need to remember where my shit is. Well, 21.
Honk.
I think will hit.
21 hits. Yes.
Of course, the fucking goose attacking an undead horse hits.
Oh.
And then it's not +9, is it? Seem to recall we had conversations about this.
You goose. No, it was possibly plus prof. Which would be 4. Level 9, aren't we?
Yes, 4, yeah. So 8.
Okay. Zombie horse dies.
Hey. And that is me done.
Okay.
Chat into the fresh horse. Or the fresh undead horse.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. So that takes us to Ched Stent's turn. He stunned until to the start of the next turn. So Jarek's no longer stunned. Chad. Gonna move. In fact, let me just snap him to grid. That way. So he's going to move 5 feet that way. Yeah, he can see you all. So he. Okay. He as he pokes his head out the corner, he's just about to poke his head around the corner as your scorching ray hits him on the shoulder, and this makes him start cackling insanely as he sort of looks up and says, "All of you, you will protect me, not attack me." And you all need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
All of us?
Even you, but I am aware of the fact that you're all particularly good. Does anyone get any bonuses to Charmed?
Yes, I have advantage against Charmed.
Yeah.
What role was it?
What did we say it was? Wisdom?
Yes, please.
How about a natural 20 and a 19? I've got inspiration, yeah?
Mine's not
No.
working. Oh,
No.
there it is.
No.
No, we're not doing that anymore, mate.
Okay. I'm trying to keep track of 3 different groups all doing different things.
No, well, I'm just following the player's handbook rules now.
Okay.
Okay, so you all pass. At this, the look of disappointment on his face is quite clear. As he says to you, "Fine, I will have my revenge when you get to the castle." And he turns and he's going to move 5, 10, 25, 30. Oh, no, it's 25, isn't it? Because I've lost my numbers for some reason. 5, 10, 15. 5. Right, I'm going to have to zoom in. 5, 10.
Why are you trying to move?
There we go. Right, so Ched is moved, and he's moved behind the burning tent, which takes us to Jarek's turn.
Yay.
I'm sensing a Jarek rage.
Sorry?
I'm sensing some kind of Jarek rage is going to about to explode.
Well, I'm more intending to try and clear people up so they can chase the twat. So I wasn't expecting a turn. I thought it was the end of my turn. It was the start of his, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't quite ready. Hang on. I'm going to use the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind to do turn undead.
Okay.
Just trying to scatter these horses a bit.
Sure.
Hang on, let me just see how far turn undead is from. So it's 30 feet. How far are the horses by Cinder?
45.
There's only one
now,
down
isn't
there, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll leave it at that. Then. So DC 16, but they've got disadvantage because I used the Symbol of Ravenkind with saving throw.
Gotcha. So I'm going to go clockwise, starting with M. Round. Okay, wisdom saving throws.
All of us.
That's 12.
No, just the horses.
Ooh, what was the DC? 16.
Unless you happen to be dead, Mark.
Hang on, what? You what?
Jarek's turning undead, Mark.
No, I'm good.
So number 2 passes, which is that one.
The one marking the tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other 3 horses don't have any reactions now. And will spend its turn moving as far away as possible as it can from me until it takes damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's not your actual turn undead, is it?
Yeah.
So at this level, does destroy undead work? Are they low enough CR?
Hang on, yeah, I forgot destroy gets added on at higher levels, doesn't it? Hang on. If they are what level? If they're CR 1 or lower, they blow up.
Just blow up.
Just blow up.
Ew.
Okay.
So we'll play Pop Goes the Horsey.
Yeah. Would you care to wax that one? How does that look? Do you want to add a?
So I hold up the holy symbol of Ravenkind, say a prayer to and Lathander's light just bursts out of it and just incinerates 3 of the horses.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So that one's dead. That takes us to Akxikas. Mark, your turn.
Well,
mate.
I'm going to move over to my. No, I'm going to. Why has no one got any? I've not got measurements either. 5, 10.
Yeah, Sals. Don't know how map
You
tools
can
does
if you
it
use
sometimes.
the measuring bit.
Oh yeah. So I'm just going to head that way because there's no one to have at me now.
I move my channel divinity onto the horse that's left.
And that one.
Yep.
Okay. Let me put a guardian bolt on that one, so we know.
So
Okay. Sorry.
It's when the creature I've marked dies,
Okay.
transfer it onto another creature within 30 feet of me at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Cool.
updated it to not be a 1 use and then done.
So happy, Adam?
Yep.
Yeah. Go on then, Mark.
Right, okie dokie, what have we got? What's left? Zombie horse. Right. Right, I'm right in combat with it, aren't I?
You are, yeah.
What can I do? Right, okie dokie. Right, I'm going to create bonfire under it.
Okay.
That shouldn't. It's got no attack roll, so it shouldn't. get advantage. Right, so that's going to be a Dex save, please, Dave. DC 18.
Gotcha. Roll 17.
Oh, tatters. Well, in that case, it's having
What's
10
your
down.
DC?
18.
Like I say, it should be high with your 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 damage.
Yes.
It-
What else?
Does that happen now then?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's got to if it's what's the actual? Oh, let me read it. Some until the spell ends, magic bonfire 5-foot cube. Any creature in its space when you cast it must make a dex saving throw. Creature must also make a dex saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time or ends its turn there.
Okay, anything else I might?
No, I think we're doing all right. Don't need to drain myself any further. I don't think I'll have the Iron Giant move around me and have a smash at it.
Okay.
Move him to there. I've got his little character sheets here, haven't I? I forgot about that. Sorry. Extras. Iron Giant. So. It's plus. I am sorry. I should have had this. I've been more prepared. Plus 7 to hit. All right, here we go. So
Okay,
he's
right.
going in with fist attack. Take the first one, whatever that is. Does he hit with that? 14? Well, plus 7.
Yes.
So that damage is 2d6 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. So 12. 12 is exactly what you need to kill it. How does it die?
I imagine it's going to be just a fist on the back of the spine, like just snaps it in two.
Nice. Anything else?
It's got another attack, but there's nothing else in range, is there?
Don't think you can get to the other one. You can't get to Chad. Yeah, you can slap Dan.
I'll tickle Dan's nuts with the end of his little metal finger.
Right, horse eye, zombie horse eye against Cinder. That's rolled well. 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
Yeah, 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Cinder took hits last time, if I remember, didn't he?
Yeah.
He loves it though.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
steals him.
Next turn.
I turn to Fester and go, presumably we want him stopped.
Yeah, I've got another plan up my other sleeve.
Do you want him alive? Actually,
No.
he's too far. I can't make a can't do anything about it anyway. He's too far for.
I want him on fire or eaten by a bear.
You can still start chasing him though.
I can. Ooh, that would possibly let me get to him. That might be how I get to him.
Commit everything.
I believe the paladin now.
I was going to make it slightly awkward for him to escape, but
Murderize
him
him.
after change.
Find steed is an action. So I summon the steed in front of me.
Yep.
My action.
What?
Are you going to ride him down on a dog?
Well, it's a horse again. Now we're out of the mountains, but yeah, whatever it appears as, I don't mind.
A large goose.
I will, when that arrives, use half my movement to mount it.
Yep.
It is going to. So it can, whilst I'm riding it, it can take the dash action. So it has a movement of 60. So I'm going to get it to dash.
Mhm.
So I've got 120 to try and get to him. And on the way past Jarek, he's going to piss on him.
No.
And he'll...
I'll knock you off the horse, even if it means Ched escaping.
And this, that's not an action. That's just because you go past him, is it?
Bonus action. It's a bonus action.
Okay.
Heal.
Right.
And an action to dash. So 6 plus 2. So 8 healing as the horse bolts past, or the wolf, whatever I've got.
Oh.
And then I've got 120 movement. 70 gets me behind the tent.
Yeah.
And however
yeah.
much extra I need the remaining 40.
Are you're going to get within sort of base to base contact with him?
Yeah, 70 is like.
If he tries to run, I get an opportunity attack.
Okay. So 85 puts you there. Let me get
on horseback.
Yeah. What I'll do, I'm just going to put Flesh next to you, but as long as you remember that you're on top of it.
He's under me. Yeah.
Under you. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I've used my action to summon. I don't think I've got a good bonus action. So unless I wanted to bonus action heal Adam on the way past with a lay on hands, which probably would be better than urinating on him. But there we go.
No, I think you enjoyed the urine.
I'm done.
Done. Come on then, Ted. Your turn.
Yeah, I've just had a slight issue. What problem with map tools?
Oh, not the exploding penis again.
Oh no.
Because it looks like it logged me out. I've closed it down.
Yeah.
And tried to connect again.
Yeah.
And it just says I'm already connected.
Oh, okay. It might be one of those give it a minute things. What was your plan? I'll see if I can facilitate it while you're sorting it, Ted.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to leave it for a minute if that's your suggestion. Where is Dan now?
He's the other side of the tent. So the far side of the tent from you, almost as if you're at 12 o'clock, he's at 6 o'clock. You're about 5 past 12, but he's at 6 o'clock. And that's where Ched currently is.
How close is Dan to Ched?
Next to him.
Right. So if I put a wall of fire around him, that's probably not a good idea.
If you want to trap him in with me.
It says you're disconnected now, Ted, by the way.
Okay, right, cheers. Yeah,
if you could put it to kind of put a ring of fire inside for me and him.
Burn, burn, burn.
Yeah, but when it kicks in, you get 5d8 damage as well, though, don't you, or something daft like that.
I mean, is it only if you're within 5 feet of it?
Hang on, I'm just setting up the map again.
Okay. Well, depending on the distance, there is a way of trying to kind of block him in with that without hitting me, if that's you're thinking.
Well, yeah, I didn't think you'd want to be too involved in a level 4 wall of fire.
Yeah, it's more the horse is probably going to die, but
yeah. Well, so wall of fire. Create a wall of fire on solid surface. You can make it 60-foot wall or 20 20-foot ring. So it'd be the 20-foot ring. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex save. On a failed save, 5d8 fire damage, or half if you pass. One side of the wall selected by me, when I cast the spell, deals 5d8 damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside a wall.
Right, just before we move any further, I'm assuming that you need to be able to see the area. Do you need to be able to see the whole area that you're casting?
Doesn't say, it's just range 120 foot. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface.
It's
Actually,
yeah. I'm sort of answering my own question as I was asking it, because in theory, if you're creating a circle, then all you'd need to do is know where the origin of the circle is and which direction, left or right or all the way around. So as long as you can get into a position, and was it a 20-foot radius?
yeah, mate.
Right. So what I'll do, I'll put an aura circle 20. Okay, so you need to be. Oh yeah, Doddle. Yeah. So that now is the outside of the wall of fire. Oh, I can draw it. Oh, wait a minute, that was fun. Let's do that.
I'm just a little concerned about Dan and his horse now.
Yeah, well, the horse isn't actually there. The horse is under Dan, so don't worry about the horse. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Right.
John
So,
the horse.
so the horse is there. If you get me. So I'll be honest, gents. It's not very often I impress myself, and it's little things that impress me. But I'm happy with that.
Is that the size of the circle?
Yeah,
So
seems quite.
it could be positioned to not be sitting on me, couldn't it? It's within 10 feet of the outside of the wall. So if it moves across 5 feet, it'd then hit him. Because at the moment, it's not actually hitting him; it's hitting me and not him.
Gotcha.
Like the edge would be close to him.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Ted was trying to scorch me and leaving him fine. I hope.
Okay.
If that was his plan, it's a fireball.
No. Right. Let me.
I'm trying to create something that he can't easily get away from.
You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah, just leaves. Yeah, you and him in the Thunderdome.
Yeah. And the best bit is he can't misty step out of that because he can't see through it.
Right. So. Oh, that's not as impressive. You see, that's not as impressive now. It'll do. I think that's a bit bigger than it should be as well, but you know what?
That's what she said.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, so that's your action then, Ted. Trapping him in fire, as it were. That's a point, so that's concentration. So Moonbeam's going to drop, not that you were using it anyway, and you're now concentrating on...
Completely forgot Moonbeam was active.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 5d8 fire damage, or half as much if it's successful.
And that's within it at all, isn't it? Or is it still within 10 feet, sorry?
That's the first bit it says. The bit with the 10 foot is one side of the wall selected by me. When you cast this spell, deals 5d8.
Okay. So I'm making
is that
a
potentially
dex
10d8?
I think Nick's failed.
Oh dear.
Hold up. What we're doing? We're using the old version, aren't we? For you to. So everyone's taking damage. Is that what we're saying?
That's what it reads like. Which could be a lot of damage.
I won't worry. Nick's used to taking fire damage.
Yeah, no one's ever fireballed him before.
Never.
I'm guessing Nick will take 5d8 and Ched will take potentially 10d8.
It's because it looks like a whelk.
Yeah, one side of the wall selected by you when you cast this spell deals 5d8 damage to each creature that ends its turn within. Oh, its turn.
When it says each creature within its
When
area,
this wall appears, each creature within its
Yeah.
area.
but because it doesn't have to be a circle, that can't mean within the circles. The only reference to an area of damage is 10 feet. Because you can make it a circle, but you also have a choice of a 60-foot wall, in which case it doesn't have inner area because it's a line.
No, it's anything within 10 feet of one side of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
if,
how I'm
if the
reading it.
wall, if the flame is facing inwards, it's anything within 10 feet of the edge of the wall. So it's everything inside it, pretty much.
So what?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot diameter, not a 20-foot radius, so it's 20 foot across. It takes
Yeah.
up 4 of those squares, so it would hit everyone inside. You can't not be 10
Yeah.
feet away.
There's no way
Okay.
not to hit everybody inside if you make it face in.
That's fine.
But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Could you not? I'm just gonna just play devil's advocate. Make it slightly thicker. Shut up, Mark. And do that. Just do that, or curve it more so you're locking him in.
In all
Yeah,
fairness,
it's either got to be.
it says a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter. So it doesn't have to be 20 foot.
Yeah, but you want him to completely lock him in, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
A ringed wall. Yeah. So it's one or the other, isn't it? So it's just no. So you can't do what I've said. Okay. Yeah. But
I failed mine. I imagine the horse is going to fail as well.
yeah. When the wall
I mean-
appears, each creature within the area must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 500 or half as much damage on a success. So you've rolled 12.
Also, the thing is, if
And my horse has rolled 14.
Bye horse.
if I can
My
do
horse.
it up to 20 foot, then surely it means I could do it at like 5 foot. So I'd literally just get Ched in a very weird fire tunnel.
Then he'd get out easily, and I wouldn't be able to attack him because I can't see him. I'd do this.
Yeah,
That's his dad.
The horse was only there to get me to him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you kill a horse, you chap Ched, you get to burn down. It's 3 wins.
Okay.
Okay, let me make his dex saving throw.
He'll
He's
pass.
rolled poorly. No, he's rolled 5. So everyone's taking 5d8 damage. I say 5d8. Was it 5d8?
I think it's more because it's fire and the goose is out.
Yeah, so I can also add an extra d8, can't I? Because it's my first one of this turn. Oh no, that was just once per day.
I think that's every turn whilst your fire spirit's out.
Yeah, so there we go
Believe.
then. So that'd be 6 d8. Well, let's have 6 anyway.
Yeah, and ones are 2s,
Why
I
not?
believe. Right, let me.
Ones are 2s.
Just hover over the thingamajig. No, they're all above 1, so it's 31 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
it's
Oh,
31
right, sorry. 31.
Oh.
Yep. So he dies screaming.
It is the horse. I don't land prone.
Good.
What?
The horse died. He fell off it.
Yeah, I quickly got out the new rule book and read what happens if your mount dies. It's a DC 10 deck save to not fall prone.
And two psychic damages and some sadness.
So Chad, as he's burning, he just continues to cackle, maniacally as he burns to a cinder. We've got one horse left to kill then, and it's next to cinder. If you want to try and do anything about it, Ted.
Give it a quick slap.
Go for it.
I need a beer, and it's titty squeezing time. Apparently.
It will be with disadvantage, though. Oh, 12.
12 still hits. You didn't roll a 1, did you? No.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. Don't think you can kill it, though. But... Nice. Okay. Is that your turn then, dude?
It is, pal, yes.
Right, Jarek for the win then.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm just going to walk up and twat the thing.
Go for it.
That's it.
Don't roll a 1.
Wonder why everything is on fire.
Why, if I roll a 1, I'm going to twat myself now. 28?
Whey, natural 20. Nine is not quite enough either. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay, yours to kill then, Mark. One zombie horse left.
Right. Where's the... it's over there. Okie dokie. We'll go in with the... Let's do the old faithful. So it's going to be...
Eldritch Bastard.
Indeed.
Slap it with your dick.
Slap it with the penis. First roll. 19.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this will kill it. Come on. There we are. Damage. 15.
15. So it's got its undead. It's got its undead fortitude. So 20. It could potentially do it. No, it's dead.
Just burrows straight through the eye sockets. Just goes down. Is everything dead now except the little bell end in the... Oh no, he's dead as well, isn't he?
He's dead. Everything's dead, mate. Yeah. Dave.
Well,
Dave.
From inside the circle of fire, you hear, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
I suppose.
Dead, turn it off.
I'm just thinking, since the first fireball that hit Nick, have we managed to set him on fire again, just as his hair starts growing back? So every single time he just gets set on fire again.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
other than a dragon, I think I've taken the most damage in this campaign from my own party total.
Definitely.
Well, it serves you right.
Definitely.
You look so good on fire.
It's like blue steel, but the fire version of it. It's so hot right now.
God, I hate that film.
I know you do, mate. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. Every single character gets on my tits to the point of I've got to switch this off.
It just makes me like it more.
I enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah.
So the firewall dies down. Everything's burning. The dead horses are burning. The remains of Amica they're just flopped to the floor. This bear skin, and Ched's burned to a crisp. If I remember rightly, you approached this relatively late at night. You'd got to Vallaki late, and you decided you were going to head straight in here. The huts of the Dusk Elves are deserted. You've no idea where the Dusk Elves have actually gone, but all is now quiet.
On fire.
You can see the lights of Vallaki in the distance. It's not far away in the distance, but what do you want to do now?
The downside to setting everything on fire is we can't really search much.
There is that, but it's fun though.
It was fun.
I reckon every now and again you've got to set something on fire.
Actually, no. It makes searching easier because anything that's magic didn't burn away, so it's just easier to find, right?
We hope.
Well, the casting was definitely protect arsehole because there's a burnt one on the floor around the corner.
Oh, yeah,
So
I don't want him
does
to
this mean we
ping up.
can't keep his fancy hat?
I suppose his hat could have fallen off as he was running, Adam, if you particularly wanted his hat.
I want to put it on the
As
steel-
my
I want
horse
to put it on
died,
Steel
I
Guardian.
fell on it. I fell on it and protected it from the fire.
I want the top hat
crumpled.
on the Steel Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, it's something about having
I think it'd look quite
companions
good.
with hats on, isn't it? Anyway, I'll leave you lot to search because I need to go to toilet. So.
Mark, do you object if we put a top hat on your Iron Giant?
No, not at all.
There we are then.
It'll look snazzy.
Going
Right,
with
we can get
jaunty.
Ben down to put it on.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. What's on the charred corpse of Ched
Eggplant.
or Chad?
Ash.
He. Excuse me. Ooh. He
Probably needs a
has
beer, and it's past its dishwashing time.
he does have a silvered longsword, but that's all.
I've already got one of those. Does anyone else want a silvered longsword?
Not really.
I believe I've got a silvered longsword.
Yeah, but this is a proper silvered longsword, not one that's covered in spoons.
Hey! I had it melted down properly.
It's the sex and chips and gravy that I worry about. It's not the beer.
Yeah, I've got a silvered longsword, and I've got two, yeah?
Sure.
Oh, let's just put a number 2 next to that. I duplicate it. It's just going to be easier. No, I've got to do it properly. Damn it. Another silvered longsword.
Yeah, but there's nothing else in the camp. It seems to have been cleared out thoroughly and professionally.
That wasn't me. I wasn't there. Could have been Jeff. He
So,
was.
so all we found was a silvered longsword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go over and comfort Fester because I assume he's sad about the bear. Well, I assume we saw some form of reaction to the bear. So. I know Fester originally travelled with me and Dan beforehand, but so I'm assuming Jarek would maybe know some of the backstory, even if Adam does not.
It's the Pelmet people, isn't it?
Nick
Well,
knows
that's
enough to
Adam,
say
mate.
they're there
Bastard.
because the druid must be feeling bad about killing a horse.
Ted,
It
how
wasn't
much
a
of your
horse, though, was it?
backstory did you tell Jarek and Nick when we were travelling together?
All of it. You were quite
So we would know
perturbed by it.
that you would be upset by the fate of the bear.
Well, it wasn't the bear, was it? Because it was already dead.
No, but obviously the bear was dead to become the dead thing.
Mm-hmm.
Beer, gravy.
But Jarek's just going to come and make sure Fester's okay, basically.
Ah, right.
Good
Okay,
news
yeah.
is our druid has no heart.
Sorry?
The good news is our druid has no heart. That bear's already dead.
I mean,
I've mourned him
I've
once. I
spent-
don't have time to mourn him again.
Spent many decades getting over that, but because it was a long, long time ago.
That's fine. Well, I'm just checking you're okay with how it went. So,
What galaxy
I
were
mean,
you in?
I was kind of a bit taken away with setting things on fire.
I know.
Have we found anything interesting, by the way?
so I mean, if there's nothing else here, I believe the next thing was a 10-down war council.
Just a silvered longsword, Ted. It's your spare if you wanted a silvered weapon.
I can't use it though.
That's true.
Mm.
I don't want it.
Unless-
I'm against stabbing.
Unless, like, we get Jarek to batter it, so it's just a silver rod.
Yeah, a silver beat stick.
Yeah.
Is it more that you don't have proficiency in longswords, less that it's bladed?
No, I've got full martial weapon proficiency. I just
what about-
like to
what
bash
about
people's
Ted?
heads in.
What about Ted?
Oh, okay.
What about Ted?
Didn't- Oh no, I can't.
And I don't have the feet
Yeah.
for it.
So I just was unexpected that I'd be able to use a longsword. Oh, no, I
Are you
suppose
martially trained then?
He's an
Oh.
elf, isn't he? He should have.
Oh, okay. He's got it from his elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a spare because I now have 2 silvered longswords and I can't dual wield them.
We can, just not particularly well.
No, I don't have the feat. You have to take a feat to dual wield non-light weapons.
You
And
can
it's the
still
old
hold
feat.
two of them. You just have lots of penalties.
I
You're
wouldn't.
not
Say,
actually
no,
allowed to attack
I
with
just wouldn't say that's wielding at that point.
it.
I can also run up. I can run up to the tent and give the central post a hug. I wouldn't say I'm wielding the tent.
I would.
Oddly, I
I
can
would,
use a
yeah.
scimitar because I'm a druid. I would have thought druids would have scimitars. How much as well? Maybe a sickle.
So,
Oh, no,
war
I
council.
can have a
I think
sickle.
that was the next on the agenda.
Ed was the
Who
next
got the
on the
hat?
agenda.
The hat.
Iron
the
Giant
hat's
did.
on top of the Iron Giant.
Fantastic. Like I said,
I
was
felt
there
it was a
anything?
good place.
But yeah, there's nothing else. We'll bury the remains of the bear. Actually, no, we'll cremate it. Let's carry on with the fire.
There's still plenty of fire about, so yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
If you need to cast anything new, we just roll the corpse onto a smouldering.
I mean, have a bit of a moment.
On the map, Dave, the buildings that are like down the side of the hill, they weren't actually buildings.
Yes, they were the huts for the Dusk Elves, but they've been cleared out. They've been abandoned as well.
Right, they're the
And
okay.
Tatooine.
Nice. Right. So off to Vallaki.
Yeah.
So it's still
Were we
night time.
going to bed first?
Sorry?
Were we going to bed first, or is the war council at
I
night?
would say we go to bed when we get to Vallaki, and then the war council was the next day, I think.
Yeah, and there was salad as well, hopefully.
We didn't need. We'd already done the summoning, hadn't we, to get everyone needed there? Dave.
Yeah. Well, I'll have it that everyone is waiting for you, waiting for your arrival, which is what we'll do next. Then, so you go to the gates of Vallaki, and Barry Goodguy, the current leader of Vallaki that you installed, is there waiting for you. He's been he'll sort of hail you from a distance.
What up, guys?
Reed, he says his men have alerted him that there was a conflagration near the Vistani camp, and he somehow knew that it would be you guys appearing from the mist.
It burning.
Yeah. And he will tell you that there are strange times in Vallaki. The mad wizard has reappeared, but no longer mad. There's a bard being just a complete dickhead. But he's got this lovely Vistani woman with him. And would you believe there is a blue dragon who flew and landed in the centre of town and started it just a little bit.
All of this sounds very believable. What's
a little bit.
with-
They're not a random abbot that occasionally has wings turn up then, yeah.
The abbot hasn't turned up, bizarrely. No.
He's coming later in the
actually,
night.
no. I did say to you that they would all arrive. So yeah, he will say yeah, and the abbot from Kresk turned up. He turned up.
So as the
It's one of those ones you feel we probably should have warned him this was coming.
This is far more fun.
as the blue dragon landed, it had opened its mouth, and even weirder, a crow flew out.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That was the least weird thing about all of it, though, Ted. So,
so we'll move you forwards. Barry will take you through to the town centre, and the town centre is the only place that can house the dragon. Barry's talking to you all the time, telling you that the town's doing well. They haven't had any form of attack. In fact, anything of any sort of nefariousness, wolf howls, any forms of attack in the night or anything at all has just stopped. All of it's stopped. And as you arrive in the town centre, you can see Mordenkainen talking to Tethex, your blue dragon friend. Esmeralda's there with Rick Tarvio, and just sort of sat. I'm going to have him sort of cross-legged in a yoga position. Is the abbot as well, waiting for your words of instruction, shall we say?
Did we want anything from the were-crows, by the way? Since I have a crow just at hand now.
I don't think
they meant
so.
to come and help us.
Who's going to help, sorry?
The were people, the were ravens.
Yeah. That's
I
it.
didn't think they agreed to it.
No, that's why I was just asking.
We
'cause
did
obviously
send
we've got-
Van Richten, so maybe he's talked to them.
No.
No, yeah, it's just obviously the dragon arrived with a raven as well. If we wanted to send any messages.
So if you're willing to ask the question to Van Richten, Van Richten will tell you that he has made contact with the Keepers of the Feather, but they are reluctant. They haven't got the strength of numbers. If all goes wrong, this is their home. And they're left with the after effects, and this is women and children. They're not prepared. They're not combatants for the most part.
No.
Apologetically so, but
Well, I was thinking that along the same lines, well, because we did talk about trying to raise some of the town folk, but if all goes wrong, they will suffer if they raise it against us, so we can't really involve anybody that doesn't instantly just want to do it themselves without any form of persuasion.
We're not running with the meat shield then.
No.
We need an auxiliary.
I mean, any of the townsfolk that want to help, once they know what we're doing, is perfectly fine, but it's got to be their own choice, not because we've talked them into it.
I'm persuasive.
Very good guy on top of a dragon.
I just think Barbara the milkmaid on top of the dragon's just as good.
Absolutely. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Councillor Wall?
As it is,
Watch some Thomas Sowell videos then.
I'll send the raven back and let him tell them what we're just about to do. Actually, I'll probably wait until
let him hear the meeting.
War councillors meeting. Yeah.
Well, the Raven, did the people that ran the pub here, were they still here that were Raven kind as well? Were they
yes, in the Blue Water Inn, yeah.
Do we want Unwin in the council meeting then, so that if he needs to know anything for the Were Ravens, he can be the.
Well, can we have the council meeting in the Blue Water Inn and the dragon just head through?
Sure. Yeah. That, in fairness, that makes perfect sense. And as you arrange this and you sit down in the Blue Water Inn, Unwin kind of thanks you because it gives him the opportunity to involve the Keepers of the Feather without looking too suspicious. The devil has eyes everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was she was a young blue dragon, so young. The Blue Water Inn, I think there's sort of like a stable entrance that she can actually get through. So
She can just have her head through the door and just sit outside while stop anyone else sneaking in while we're in the meeting.
hold on, let me let me push this for you, because that to me is a big old wide door. That,
I mean, we're going to need to get the barkeep's permission to bring the dragon in if that's the case.
Take what's it form, can't he? Take a humanoid form for a bit.
No, it's not a standard dragon thing, that, Mark. Unfortunately, that's very much a Dragonlance thing, isn't it?
What's that?
Or World of Warcraft, to take a humanoid form. Every sort of dragon has a humanoid form.
They can do it in Faerun as well because it's in the Baldur's Gate games.
Yeah, not this one.
Well,
She's not old enough.
No. It's very specifically, yeah. I think it's usually tied to an ancient dragon ability.
Yeah. There's something good about it in Fizzbands as well, but she's unable to, though. Is what I'll say.
I would expect a young one to be able to.
On a flange.
Yeah, if she can get in, great. If not, head through the door.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, if you can imagine the scene, then. So you're in the Blue Water Inn, the balcony above. The two Were-Raven lads are sort of in awe of what's happening beneath, as your council is here, ready, waiting to hear what the plan is going to be.
Oh, they assumed we have a plan. Oh well.
or at least create one. Do you want to ask any questions about what's been happening, so I can sort of dot I's and cross T's with anything, or do you just want to arrange and plan? It's up to you. It's all up to you now.
Update on what Mordenkainen's done with his any change in his abilities. With being with the Lich.
Did he get as far as talking to the Lich, and did he discover much? Or...
Yes, he did. He made it there, but with the summons, he returned post haste. There is the repository there is vast, so that he would have access to virtually any spell. The only thing he would lack would be the components to use anything exotic. Other than that, just time. And the problem is, and this would be the consensus going around the room, is time is no longer with you. Strahd would be aware of you, and everywhere that Van Richten, Mordenkainen and Tethex, everywhere that they've moved, they're mirrored what Barry Goodguy has said to you, that there's no life in Barovia. Everything now seems to have moved. Everything of a sort of evil nature seems to have moved to reinforce to the castle.
Big and sweaty.
Oh, in terms of planning, the ex-military leader, of Jarek, would probably be who I turn to. Which is a different person to Adam.
Yeah.
I don't know. My military planning is usually not too bad.
I can find Felicity Paps. Fliss to her friends. Do you know her? No. Okay.
Van Richten will say, first of all, he's never met a Miss Flaps, but thanks for your input as ever, Akxikas. But he would ask, if possible, that you take a few minutes to outline what you know, the resources that you've got, obstacles that you know of, and then move forwards from there.
Okay.
So things I can remember, obstacle-wise, the most pressing thing is there's like a pulsing red heart or something. Is it the dragon's heart pulsing at the top of the tower? That's effectively, until that is destroyed, Strahd can't be killed. So part of the plan has got to include destroying whatever that is.
Yes.
And
we know where the final fight's got to be. You know where the final fight's got to be. We know that 2 of the stents left, and the Vistani have probably at the
Cover over
pretty
the items that we've covered and what their capabilities are.
Yeah, well,
kind of point out that our strength isn't stealth.
Yeah.
now it's diversity.
That's-
Everyone knows that.
Certainly, the consideration of the plan is it's not going to be a stealthy one.
No. I'll say even between our editions, I don't think any of them are particularly stealthy. I mean, not sure a big blue dragon can be stealthy.
Good judge.
I reckon it could. If it wanted to.
That you didn't even know it's in the door.
I didn't know it was in the door.
See, stealthy.
Aye.
Super stealthy.
So obstacles. Then we know about this heart. You've seen it, and you Argavos, the reanimated corpse of Argavos, told you what you needed to do with it. So that's one definite obstacle that you've outlined. Any other
he told us we had
obstacles?
to destroy it. Dave, is that right? He told us we had to destroy it. He didn't tell us how, or did he tell us how?
He didn't. No.
Okay. But did we find out, was it his heart? Or was it just a stone?
It's a perverted version of his heart. So there was rituals had been laid on it, all kinds of necromantic arts. Yeah.
Right.
So and that was right at the top of the tower, was
Yep.
So just as a thought of one of many things to consider as a battle plan, having the dragon gives us essentially the chance to drop strike on the tower to get the heart first.
Yeah. Well, some of us.
Yeah. But it could almost be some of us get the heart, get back out and rejoin with the rest, but rather than split the party for too much. But
You can be a flying creature now as well, can't you, Ted? I believe a level 8 druid can fly.
I believe so.
I
we-
Be a bat.
Mordenkainen, is fly a spell that you know?
Me.
Forget you were there, Dave.
I did.
Dave's sitting there going, well, Mordenkainen, bloody answer.
Yeah. You got one job. Why is that not working? Oh, I think that's because I had him as a player.
Mordenkainen.
Your mama.
So this is the 2014 version, third level spells. Yes.
So he has got... So if that is an option, between all our resources, we could potentially get everybody in the tower.
Because the abbot flies as well.
Yeah. Was the tower completely enclosed from the top, though?
No, it was a flat. We went up it, didn't we?
You did. I'll tell you what I'm just wondering if I can give you any...
It was a long time ago, but...
Let me load you up the Castle Ravenloft file and then see if I've got... So you've already explored this. If you recall, I know
Fortunately, we couldn't bring back the model.
No. So with your select map in your top right, you have a reasonable view of what's going down.
Rooms
This
of weeping we need.
is the external of the castle. Let me just force that for a second for you. Yeah. So the rooms of weeping. Do you want me to force that for you, or can you find that?
It's all still loading caches for me.
Yeah, I'm on the Rooms of
Okay.
Weeping at the moment.
Right. See if I can make this.
I've got a picture of Ravenloft now.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. So that's the external.
There's really not
what-
much room around the outside, is there?
Not
No,
really.
That one's flat top to land on.
The
Yeah.
heart is in this one.
Well, we'll go there, go down, go across the bridge, go up.
Yeah, presumably that bridge matches up.
Hold up. Let me just
We didn't go
double
across
check
that bridge to get to it, did we?
No. Let me just double check this. Because it's a very complicated map for my tiny little brain. Let me just work it up.
I don't know who designed this castle, but they certainly wouldn't get hired again.
Rooms of Weeping. Spire. Yeah, you did go up to the spire.
Yeah, because I remember, wasn't there like a locked box and a small bed or something up there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember a long time ago here.
Right. So let's go. Let me, because it's worth loading these in for you all as well. So I'm going to go from the main floor. Yeah. And you went up the stairs and along here. Is that all loaded up for you?
Not
Yeah.
yet. Me.
Need to make sure I'm
47 out of 48, so hopefully not far.
Okay. And I need to make sure I'm doing this right for you as well.
Oh.
So Spires of Ravenloft, K18. That's the central pillar.
Just realised the thing moving in Mark's camera is a cat.
It is a tutty tat indeed.
I'm loaded as everyone else.
Oh, not even looked.
Yeah. So that if you can,
Why is there a...
let me go back to it then. So yeah, it does look like I'm going to go back to the picture. It does look like if you can land there, then you that tower isn't kind of as tall. If you think of this bit here, higher up there, so if you can land on this tower, then in theory you can go across. And what you should be able to see straight above you is the heart. So I'm then going to force another map. So it's probably going to load again. Let me know when it has.
I've got that one.
You've got that one. So what you've got here, that what is it? There we go. Yeah. So that I believe that's the run across. I might be wrong there. But as you look up here, that's the circular stairs that you can see with the heart above. And then above that, you've got the actual, the high tower peak. But the rest of it's vast, and a lot of it, yeah, the construction of this castle, I can't remember who said it a second ago, they wouldn't be employed again. Yeah. So I think it would be Van Richten would raise an issue. Well, first and foremost, he now suggests to you that now it is time. He will reveal himself to be Van Richten and just go forth as Van Richten, unless you have any strong opinions as to the opposite. He will
Well,
say,
you say that. Hold on a minute. Isn't he already
Yeah.
Van Richten because he doesn't have a hat of disguise? Because I've had that for a while.
Oh, okay.
He's given me the
No.
hat of disguise.
He had
I
glasses
beg
and
your
a
pardon.
moustache.
I do try and not get confused with the other great game that I'm running for my workmates, but they've told him to keep himself concealed. So yeah, apologies. So he will raise the point that if you go en masse, land on the tower and try and storm it, then Strahd could potentially create a bottleneck and send all of his forces to stop you from doing what you plan to do. If you're all in one space, in a combined space in the castle,
Do we need
potentially.
It depends how quick you can react towards landing on the tower and storming the heart kind of thing. If we know the heart has to die for him to die. But if we go in any other way, so let's say we do come in at different I mean, so is it split the party to a degree and have two groups? One to stage a not a frontal assault, so to speak, but a frontal distraction.
Wow.
And it's whether we split up or whether we're one group and then our allies are the ones that assault the front and cause havoc.
Yeah,
Whilst we
it makes sense that the only. I mean, I'd share this more with our group than the war council. The only one I've concerns over is how the abbot will be when he encounters Strahd, because he was all for just going straight at him. So wherever the abbot is, if Strahd is drawn line of sight, I imagine the abbot will just go straight for him. So we've got to just be careful about the reactions that some of our teammates could have to certain situations. But the abbot and the dragon and a couple of others would make sense to be the ones that, well, the dragon wouldn't go to the castle, but you'd want the dragon to do the drop, possibly with the abbot as the other natural flyer, and a couple of others to go for the heart. The dragon then coming down to support whoever's doing the frontal distraction assault, because the dragon can't get into the building up there, can it? Do we know if Strahd has any air power of sort? I mean, I'm sure he can fly himself and whatnot, but
yeah, he has a nightmare that he can ride.
We've seen him on this.
Yeah, and let me just double check. Yeah, when Mordenkainen came into Barovia, thinking that he could best this lord and end him, they had a fight, and that was with Mordenkainen flying and Strahd on the back of Bucephalus, the nightmare. That was the only indication that they got. That's the only source of flying that they thought he might have at the time.
Okay. So yeah, so that gives the dragon a good amount of free rein to, as I said, do the drop and then hopefully decimate anything that comes out into the courtyard to confirm whoever's out front. If the out front does the deal of drawing the fire and the attention, that's probably where I personally think Jarek should be, with control undead and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. The people that go for the heart need to be the heavy damage dealers that get out.
Probably Nik.
Yeah, I've been trying to say probably Nik, possibly Akxikas, because you can do a heck of a probably with the abbot and then the dragon.
Yeah.
If we are splitting, with the rest of us being the walk up.
Akxikas, do you have Dimension Door?
No.
Who?
Akxikas.
No, I don't.
Don't have Dimension Door and not in the staff either.
I've got Misty Step.
Well, yeah, was nothing in the staff that teleports.
No.
Just wondering because it's that option of if we do finish it off, someone's got Dimension Door. That's the other thing. Does Mordecai can only take one person? Because that's the other thing of that they could then Dimension Door down to the courtyard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the abbot could probably carry Akxikas down quite easily. It was the diva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
no idea how
question-
strong a beaver is, but I'm sure it could probably carry a small tiefling.
And Mordenkainen, does he have Dimension Door?
He does not.
That's the thing. You just flag the dragon down and get picked up and drop back down if that's the case. But I don't know. It seems daft to have a dragon and not make use of the fact that we can get to the hard, credible speed rather than have to go up through the castle.
Here's a question about how you'd work Misty Step, Dave. If I jumped off the tower and Misty stepped before
I was
impact,
waiting for this.
does the momentum carry on, or would it just be all Misty Step land?
I knew that was coming.
Do I need to stand on the roof of the inn tonight and try it from a lower height?
Yes, you do. And also, there'll be
We'll get a beer first.
and we'll
Because that's
produce
my
flame.
express route down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly no physician, but no physician, no
Physicist.
physicist, but I
was going to say, you're probably the closest in here to being a physician.
yeah, true. I think momentum would carry.
But devil's advocate, magic.
No.
Yeah, I'm
It's not
going
like
with
physics at D&D.
I'm going to go with science, mate.
It maxes out at 20d6 if it doesn't work.
As a fellow DM, I'd be exactly the same. No, momentum carries.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just checking. No,
What if we catapult him?
Trebuchet. Yeah, Mordenkainen hasn't got teleport either. He's
What about Featherfall?
No.
This wizard is not built for towers.
True that.
There wasn't a shop in town that sells magic scrolls or anything, so we can go.
Get a scroll of Featherfall to...
Not at this point, no.
I can't imagine it's on a paladin spell list. Hold on.
And none of us are intelligence characters, so we can't invent a parachute.
Oh, rubbish.
I mean, bar other suggestions, I still think that's a strong contender for an option. So everyone else in the door, kicking up noise as almost a battle line, maybe not necessarily advancing into the castle as such, but certainly getting up to the drawbridge and grounds to try and draw attention. Depending on how much you want to lean into the tarot reading, you know that Strahd shouldn't appear in that fight if the final fight is meant to. I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
That's from tarot reading from in-game knowledge rather than me saying as a player. It's like we know that the tarot readings have been accurate, so I've said the final fight has to be there. So
Says the final
we may
fight.
not encounter Strahd until that point at all. It's his other stuff.
Yeah. Does Mordenkainen have invisibility, or Mark, do you have invisibility?
I think I can
I'm
go
thinking if you
invisible,
can
yeah.
make the flying team invisible,
I can make
possibly
two
even less
people
of a...
I can do
You
two.
can make two people invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
twin spell.
Mordenkainen can't help. I wonder if Esmeralda can actually now.
And the dragon... Oh, yeah, can anyone?
Can Esmeralda cast?
Yeah, she can.
Was not aware of that. that feels like knowledge that our teammates should probably be sharing with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, they're gonna tell you everything that they can do.
Yeah.
So Mordenkainen himself, from 9th down, then. So he's got time stop. 8th, he's got mind blank, which he's going to cast on himself. Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, which I mean, that's basically a spell slot. True Seeing, which he'd probably cast on himself. Bigby's Hand, Cone of Cold, Scrying. Faithful Hound, Polymorph, Stone Skin, a counterspell, Flying, Lightning Bolt. So remind me, he's got counterspell, Mirror Image, Misty Step, Web, Detect Magic, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and Sleep. Bunch of cantrips.
Okay.
So we've got Polymorph as a possible of extra flyer.
Esmeralda's got greater invisibility. So that's her
Not
fourth
normal
slot.
invisibility.
No. No, she hasn't.
Now,
Um,
how do you become more invisible than invisible?
How do you watch that, Ted?
you
Become
can
more invisible than invisible.
You
you
can
can
attack
still
without losing
use
your
actions and stay invisible. It's very nice.
action.
Clairvoyance,
Normal
lightning bolt,
visibility
magic
breaks the
circle,
moment you do something.
dark vision, knock, mirror image, protection from good and evil, magic missile, shield, and cantrips.
Okay.
Let's give you Van Richten. Tell me who I have to put in here.
And then you can give us Strahd.
No, I don't want to be put off already, please.
So 5th level slots is Dispel Good and Evil. Moving down, you've got Death Ward, and he's got 3 slots that he could potentially cast Death Ward on. Freedom of Movement is another 4th level option. A Magic Circle, Remove Curse, Speak with Dead. Most of these are support, so Augury, Lesser Restoration, Protection from Poison, Cure Wounds, Detect Good and Evil, Protection from Good and Evil, Sanctuary, cantrips. But he will tell you that I think he's already told you this. Again, I get mixed up with what Van Richten's done with this game and the other game. But he will tell you that he does have a Ring of Mind shield in as well, which is why that with the hat has been able to stay under the radar.
Where's his Sabretooth?
The Sabretooth, just because it's an extra complication, has been kidnapped by the Vistani.
Of course. Bellends.
Unskinned.
Yeah. Well, they because Esmeralda's Vistani, and she will tell you that the 2 different castes of Vistani, Madame Eva is not on Strahd's side. She's not particularly on anyone's side. She's on the side of the Vistani. But if whereas the others, the Stent family, they're Strahd's men through and through. Yeah. They regularly go in and out of the mists on Strahd's behest, which is an ability Strahd has. He can send people out, he can pull people in, but he can never leave himself. Unfortunately, both of them, even Madame Eva, if Strahd tells them that they have to do something, they will do it. So Esmeralda strongly suspects that they know what's coming. So to be of less of a hindrance to you, they've left.
And Esmeralda, then, if she's Vistani, if Strahd tells her to do something in the fight, must she turn on us?
No, she's a third, maybe a third caste. She's from other parts of the mists. She's not a Barovian Vistani.
To know.
Oh, that's see.
Yeah, so you've got plenty of options then, chaps. I mean, we've still got a good half an hour. Should we finish this with the carry on planning then? And I'll sort of butt out. If you want to ask opinions of any of the characters, then I'll weigh in.
I mean, because the abbot, because the abbot said he did fight Strahd at one point before he became essentially under his control. Where did he fight him?
The abbot hasn't fought him. The abbot has.
He confronted him, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, it was. What was his name? His alter ego, Strahd's alter ego, Vasily von Holt. When you met him initially, that was Strahd all along. Vasily introduced himself to the abbot, and over a series of what turns out to be possibly a decade or so, was a little voice in the abbot's ear twisting him into evil until eventually the abbot's shaky about this information. You can tell that he's guarded about it. Either the abbot figured out it was Strahd, or Strahd revealed himself like a flashing lunatic. And at that point, the abbot knew that he was on a losing battle, which is what drove him slightly insane until you cured him. So it was a mental battle more than anything else. Mordenkainen was a physical and a mental battle. Both have been destroyed individually by Strahd. Van Richten's story is he's here as a swan song. He's old. He's dying anyway, and he.
Does he have any abilities or anything that we should know about? I mean, even as a DM, I've not really ever used any Celestials, so I've not really got any clue.
Yeah. So it's Divas are the lowest caste of angels. So he can raise dead once a day. He's got a healing touch which he can use 3 times a day, which magically, so it's an action, 48 plus 2 hit points. He can fly 90 feet.
So you can raise dead once a day?
Yeah.
So keep the diva alive, because if it all goes to shit, it's 10 days to revive someone, so we've got time to all come back if it goes to shit and try again.
As I said, I think he's going to be the least dependable, though, because, as I say, the fury he had for Strahd, it's how, yeah. I mean, I hope he can do a lot of damage, because just turning into a missile and charging down Strahd as soon as he sees him. So possibly buying us some time to do other stuff.
So I think, because it's going to be Van Richten again, and forgive me, gentlemen, if you will, your card readings, who was your person that was going to help you? I believe it was Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
It was.
Is it general?
So it's Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
The only one we've not actually managed to complete his quest line for. Haven't found the damn book.
Yeah. So it will be Mordenkainen that asks most of the questions, and he will say to you, "Okay, well let's go over the assets again then." So your card reading suggests that I'm here to help you. So regardless of what's happening, if we're to believe these card readings, then maybe I should stay with you 4.
Yeah, assuming we don't split ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't complaining at that.
Okay, so in terms of the other card reading, what other assets do we have? Let's list them one at a time just to make sure we're not missing anything.
Just the card reading you're on about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the Sun Sword, which is the Myrmidon. Had the Druid, which an evil tree grows atop the hills. Ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there. Was that the axe or the book?
Well, both were there.
Neither of those. Both were there. So we've got the axe, which I don't think's that relevant in the fight. The book's kind of already played its part of finding out how to kill him, sort of thing. I believe.
Unless we quote passages of it at him whilst we're fighting him.
We did get the spear, but it walked off.
Monday the 24th.
Yeah.
I cried some more over a lady that didn't like me.
The beggar, the wounded elf has what you seek, part with treasure. That's the Sword of Sunlight. Mists then got revealed to tell us it was the Tempter. We fight behind the portrait of the lady. I think there were many more. There weren't that many regions. There's the Druid, which was something at the top of the hill, and the Sun Sword.
So it's
and the Amulet of Ravenkind.
Yes.
Mordenkainen will offer.
Yeah, Evil Tree, Ancient Dead Sleep, Ravens. Yeah, Wolves on the Hill, Mountain Lake, Treasure belongs to Mother Night. Was that the amulet of Adam's amulet that turned dead?
Yeah. So, I mean, at the mention of the amulet, Mordenkainen would have a look over it. if assuming that Jarek would allow.
I mean, I when I said about revealing the gifts and everything all out on the table, this is what we've gathered, kind of stuff. So yeah, more than happy for me to inspect stuff.
Okay.
Just
So
loads in our pockets with everything. Dagger, sword, spear, this axe, a book.
Oh, anybody here would benefit from a silvered longsword?
Dan's
have a
bag
spare.
of flour.
Oh, no, I don't.
Or even the axe. We haven't really got any fighters, so just
No, I think we're good. Yeah, no, as Esmeralda's got, she actually has a +1 rapier and a +1 hand axe. She's got 2 potions of greater healing, so she would be happy
a rapier and a hand axe.
A hand axe, rapier, and a hand axe. Yeah, they both share the light properties. So she will quite happily share a potion of greater healing with someone if anyone wants one of those.
I think anyone would be happy with it. It's just who's best to.
Okay. Right. Sorry, what was the question a second ago?
Probably me. I'm more than likely to be further back than I thought, or Mark.
I'll be further back. That's for sure.
Yeah, we want the potion to be further back.
Or do you want the
It's a big enough
one on
potion.
Dan?
It's a big enough potion to warrant drinking in combat.
Okay.
Yeah, but
rather than use
we,
pick up.
did you switch to the bonus
action?
Potion, then? Yeah.
That's what the player's handbook says now. It's the current one. That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the point. As Mordenkainen looks over the amulet, looks over the sunsword, looks over all of it. He will say, yeah, no, this is exactly what we need. It's bizarre that we're finding all these things in a land, sunless land, but we'll use it. We'll take it. So assets: sunsword, book, axe, amulet. What else we're looking at? Is that?
I've got my staff.
You mean just any
Staff
magic
of
item at all?
power.
We've got the staff of power.
For now.
Yeah, I got the staff of Uber power.
Staff of
Fire.
fire booms.
Yeah.
So staves. Yay,
Ooh.
staves.
Yeah. And as far as
potion of invulnerability.
things that were probably magic that we missed, I mean, there was that mace that we left in the castle, which we get. I don't know what it was, but we assumed it was magic, and Mark
It was
too scared
magic.
to let me take it out of the castle.
Yeah.
A big boss.
Protection, hat of disguise, a scroll of zone of truth.
Oh, I've got
bedroll.
something. Random.
I've got my ring of regen.
Yeah.
I've got a mirror to shine at Strahd and show that he's nothing.
On that point, I probably heal just walking back to town.
So yeah, I'm
I've got a
stressing
fire
that point.
elemental.
You have.
What was that, sorry?
Fire elemental.
Oh, right.
Spell scroll. In terms of the card readings, sunsword, book / axe, amulet, Mordenkainen himself, and you're going to fight Strahd. So Mordenkainen would potentially save the potions until final fight.
Yeah.
Depending if the need arises and you're down on your luck. The other thing that Mordenkainen would hint at, and this is I'm going to try not to be too meta about this, is when you strike and you don't stop until either you're dead or he's dead. So you don't leave, recuperate and go back. You go in and you go in hard. Otherwise, he will have chance to.
It's full committed. If we land the moment we touch down, we die or he dies. It's one way or the other.
Yes.
Next question, Dave.
Yep.
You're using the new rules. Has everyone's healing spells upgraded? The new rules.
Well, You haven't upgraded. Everyone else hasn't upgraded their characters. So we're like today, we were using the Wall of Fire from 2014. So at this point, if you've upgraded your characters, then yes. If you haven't, we'll stick with
My Cure Wounds doubles.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't cast it very high. Okay.
Yeah.
My word.
Yeah, I mean, unless anyone has suggestions, I mean, that's all I've really got. There's a tower strike with a couple of people. Hopefully, get the heart while the rest of us. I mean, the tower strike needs to happen. You could always all start on the ground with us, and then literally jump on the dragon, go straight. The ones designated go straight to as soon as we see them start to kind of come out the castle, assuming they do.
Yeah.
Tethix could carry 2.
Yeah,
and the
that's what I was
Abbot doesn't,
Can carry
and
himself.
obviously can fly. Yeah.
That was
I
the
mean, I wouldn't be
potential
surprised if
we
we
were
could carry
wanting.
one of the lighter ones of us, but not the ones of us in plate armor.
Of our allies, are there any that would deem themselves as high damage dealers in terms of being in the group that goes up to destroy the heart quick and hard?
Yes, potentially Esmeralda would put herself forwards, and as Ez steps forwards, Van Richten would also say, maybe they would need my support as well. The diva wants to take action. The diva would be happy to do anything that you, the abbot, will take direction. But if you say you're the tower team, then they'd be happy.
I definitely
So
feel he would.
Diva, Esmeralda, Richten, and me at least on the tower. It's whether we wanted to still send Akxikas rather than
Not
just
if
be
you're
me and a load of
not if you're taking those two with you. No, I don't think we'd send Akxikas as well then.
me and an NPC team.
Yeah, because as far as I'm aware, how far away can you control your Iron Giant?
I think it's 100 feet.
Yeah, so
you'd also want
we'd
to be on
lose
the
the
ground.
Iron Giant from on the ground while he's up the tower. So probably not. We just want Akxikas at the back of the pack, Iron Giant near the front.
So long as he remembers.
There's
Sorry?
not a scroll shop
not
in
remember.
town, is there?
So long as he remembers.
Well, so long as he remembers, yeah. There is always that bit that we have to account for.
There's not a scroll shop in town, is there?
No, there's nothing about now. It's everywhere is deserted.
Nowhere to get Featherfall.
No, not at this point. Not unless you're able to, your class features tell you that you could swap out and swap in.
I mean, we'll be having one more rest before we go, won't we? So we can have our last.
Yeah. So Modern Canaan just wants to clarify a point. Modern Canaan wants you four and him to be a group that doesn't separate. The card reading specifically says that he can help you, but he will go along with it if you're saying.
Well,
so is he saying I shouldn't go up there?
But I would say the intention wasn't to separate permanently. It was Alpha Strike, the Heart, and then rejoin.
If possible, but if for some reason you can't rejoin, if something goes wrong, if the card says I'm here to help you.
Yeah,
I mean,
is this the DM also saying? Sorry, Ted. You go, Ted.
Would not Van Richten, Ez, Dragon, and Mad Abbot be better? Because like you being away from our group leaves us reasonably weaker, and we're.
I mean, if Esmeralda and Octavio think they can do it themselves with the Abbot and the Dragon, fine. But,
yeah, I'm happy with that. I just didn't know if because it's something that needed doing, we needed at least some involvement. But if it is a sort of thing that we could leave to the NPCs and that'd still function.
I'm just saying,
if those are between them comfortable that they can
mad
do it,
wizard, ex-mad wizard that has told us now a couple of times that he's here to help us.
Yeah.
Us as a group.
Yeah, to answer, I know the question you were going to ask, Dan. And as a Dungeon Master, I was not trying to. It's your story. If your story's going to take you into that tower, that's fine, dude. We'd figure out a way of doing it. It might be messy, but that's okay, mate. No, we'd sort it.
It's also the fact of if it's something that actually doesn't need a certain set of roles, it's just a sort of thing that as long as we've got a team on it that can do it, it kind of happens in the background. That works for us.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
I mean, where are we?
I would trust Tavio to be able to follow it through because he is a undead killer. He knows how much this matters, and especially as Esmeralda counts herself as a damage dealer, so to speak. I assume the abbot deals a solid amount of damage.
Yeah.
So between the abbot and Esmeralda as your damage dealer, which Tavio said was a support class, so he's there to support them both. I mean, the dragon would be falling back to be with us. It's more of a case of once they've done that, how are they getting them? Are they come to the tower, or would they want the dragon to come back and get them and return to us so we can?
What breath weapon does the dragon have?
Lightning.
Very frightening.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so obviously, as she drops them off, would it not be worth her doing a full blast through the door before these guys go through?
Possibly, because I say it depends. If we all want to be together, and then the dragon takes them up when people appear, we might want the dragon to lightning breath whatever comes out of the castle first on its way up. I don't know. I don't know what the range of a young dragon's breath is. I can't imagine it's anywhere near as big as the full size.
No, I was just thinking like that potentially clear anything out of the tower staircase as they're going up, or at least significantly damage it.
Yeah.
And then obviously she comes down to where we are, because that's not going to be a lot of time, is it?
Well.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, so do we go with that one then? Do we all cause the fight and in theory have a scrap in the castle grounds to draw fire while the NPC team do the hit and ideally return to us for us to then push into the tower?
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
good.
want something to be confusing and also drawing attention, I could just walk up to the the castle door, like in a nice suit with some flowers, knock on it, and ask if like the lady vampire's interested in going on a walk.
Yeah, my mum's in there as well.
Your mum is in there as well. That's
Yeah,
not what
there's other vampires that we've got to deal with as well.
Yeah. Had we got the answer from anyone, Dave? Sorry, that I keep asking as the character of. We know there's Tomb 15. There's a way to bring Nik's mother back. Does anyone know if she has to be alive and spared for that whatever's down there to work, or is it something that would bring her back from being killed and restore her? I don't know if we know exactly what it is, other than there's just something.
No, you've not discovered what. No, there's no way for you to know.
Okay, and it's not in the book we got at the top of the hill?
No.
If I look in the index? Okay.
No.
I mean, most of my initial rounds will be just every time there's a vampire doing fire.
Sorry, Adam. Which crypt did you say?
Adam or me?
Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think you said Crypt 15, but I'd have to look back through your Facebook messages.
That was Mark's. That was Mark's Staff of Power. There is yours was there is an answer within the castle grounds, but you weren't given anything more specific than that. but it didn't mention a tomb. Your premonition, if I remember.
It's just
in
in
the
a
castle
bookshelf
itself.
side.
Yeah, in the castle itself.
It's a bookshelf then, not a bush.
Up to the crypt of Baron Isgalef Druff beneath Castle Ravenloft for her salvation. Be wary and do not return until you are ready to confront the devil. You wait peacefully. I've got the name of the crypt I need to look in. Baron Isglaze Druff.
Okay. Let me just double check this. All right, yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, you're right. So that would be Crypt 29.
I forgot about all the crypts underneath.
Oh, huh?
And the blue wall that we didn't get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no way of knowing if.
What it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So
in fact, Van Richten might be able to add a little bit to this.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just kill her and make it easy?
Yeah, but the problem. So here's my problem. I don't know what the official ruling is. I'd need to do a little bit of research myself. But she's going to die as an undead. So her last form would be undead. Don't most raise spells say humanoid? She wouldn't be humanoid. She would be undead.
A spell can't return an undead creature to life.
Yeah.
Is how the Baron's thing works. Or the Abbot, sorry, not the Baron.
Yeah.
Is raised dead, says an undead creature can't be brought back.
Yeah.
So it's not a raised dead thing, it's something potentially curing. It still doesn't answer the question of whether she can or can't be.
You're getting closer, because if you can't raise, then that would suggest you can't kill her.
Changed. Okay. If anyone sees my mum, could you just knock her out?
Yeah, you're very good swebbing.
So we've already sorted out my silver sword into a... Oh no, I actually can use it. It's no longer a silver rod.
Dan, is the sun sword +2 or +3?
I believe it's +2.
+2.
Unless Dave wants to retcon it, because I'd like that.
+2.
Well, no, because we've got a potion of oil of sharpness in the bag that will make it +3 for 1 hour.
Can that be applied to magic items?
Well, it says can be applied on any one slashing or piercing weapon. It takes a minute to apply and lasts for 1 hour and grants it a +3 to attack and damage roll, which I assume on top of the +2. I've never thought about
how does
stacking
that
it.
work to applying the oil to a beam of light?
No,
That
just on the sword
refracts and
itself.
comes out. No,
Yeah,
I don't have a
I
sword.
imagine the +3 doesn't stack with the +2, but that'd be nice. Here's your 1 hour +5 sword.
That's proper Holy Avenger, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deal. I think, Dave, we should try that. That sounds awesome.
I've now got an image. I've spent too much time with Mark. I've now got an image of you rubbing it into a hilt, looking all sheepish.
Oh, silly people. That's what I say.
Right, 5 minutes then, gentlemen, and I'll call the session for next time. And we the plan for me, ideally, would be to start next time at Castle Ravenloft.
So we do full rest and prep all spells and everything ready for next time.
Full rest, prep ready. You don't have to commit. I mean, I know you guys are pretty good with communication, and Mark, if you don't mind me saying, Mark, you'll go along with what the majority says. That's your
yeah. It's not
sorry, I'm just kind of rooting through the bag of holding as well. And as far as stuff that we never really investigated, I've got a scroll case of chromantic scrolls, which I assume might be usable by the mage. I don't know what's in it. We got it from Lady, whatever her name was, that we killed in town here.
Jeff.
The lady that was demon summoning and whatnot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you get me a necromantic scroll case from Lady V, is what labelled it. We looked inside, there were some scrolls, and then we've never investigated it past that point.
Haven't you? Yeah.
To be fair, this definitely seems like the point in time where we should be looking at everything.
That's it. I'm just going through everything I've got in the bag of holding.
Is there a bag of flowers still?
No. So I've got the Order of Sharpness, a Great Sword +2, the bag of the scroll case thing, and the Winemaker 5000.
Did you keep that?
A great sword.
I can't remember if we kept it or handed it over, but it's still in the bag.
And no one's using it. Can't we give that to the golem just randomly?
I mean, if we didn't turn it over, I'm happy to leave that with the pub.
Important question in this level 1 to 10 campaign. Did we reach level 10 before Strahd? I feel we did everything.
No, you've had your last level up, don't.
I don't get my 3rd level spell slots.
No.
I've got to stick with 2nd level.
We definitely missed something somewhere then.
No. It is. It's a 1 to 9 campaign.
Oh, I thought it was 1 to 10.
No,
I was told 1 to 10.
no.
That's why I planned a character that got to level 10. Okay.
You would level. I mean, it does say 1 to 10, but the actual confrontation's level 9.
Is it 10 when you complete it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of the campaign books seem to do that. The last level is when you actually complete the campaign.
Oh, that's annoying. I've been waiting for ages for my 3rd level spell slots.
Oh, sorry, don't.
Pardon?
You'll get them when we kill Strahd.
Oh, great. Yeah. I can deal an extra D8 of damage after Strahd's dead.
Yeah, you might need
just
that.
to make sure he's proper dead.
Oh, the scrolls in the scroll case are notarized deeds. They're parcels of land given to the Vokkr family by Count Strahd von Zarovich nearly 400 years ago.
What do those spells do?
The necromantic scroll case is just a scroll.
Do any of those function like Featherfall?
No, it's basically summon responsibility. That's what it does.
Yeah, which land do we now own?
Yeah.
All of it.
What have I claimed?
Are we allowed to evict him then?
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, the cat. Well, no, because he's the Lord. He owns it all. It's only through his grace that the Vokters will allow this land.
Can you show me his paperwork? Because I believe we've got it.
Yeah.
Sure. Where's yours, lad?
Adam's got it in his bag.
Is he going to go like
that? Yeah. So, excuse me, Mr. Strahd. I think you find you've been evicted.
Yeah, Bellend.
Have that conversation next time. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it's going to start. It's like
worth noting in terms of our plans.
Hello, I'm the sheriff of Barovia. We're here to evict you, sir.
We've also got a portable ram.
Yep, and a gnome.
So the plan as it stands is you've got a tower team and then you four and Mordenkainen.
Yeah, with the dragon flying air support. Because we're obviously we don't know how it's going to play out, but assuming to try and drag them out into to divert from the tower team.
Okay, so you're wanting the dragon to drop off and then return to you?
Yeah, because there's not really. I can't imagine there's much. If he feels he can stay there, do much from there. Whereas the courtyard is more open room to play with. I mean, the dragon's intelligent enough that I'm happy for it to make that decision. If it thinks it can help the tower team, help the tower team.
Yeah. Okay.
Then, final question aimed at Mordenkainen. Obviously, said once we start, we haven't got time for a short rest.
You might have time to pause and rest, but you won't have time to
Just
sleep and
leave
rest.
and come back.
Okay, well, in which case that can help because as long as I keep a second level spell slot open, I have Prayer of Healing, which gives us a 10-minute short rest.
That's different.
Yeah,
from my
anything like that. I mean, again, mechanically, I'm not going to let you have a long rest while you're in Castle Ravenloft, but you can have as many short rests as you want, and you can use all of your class features. It's a dungeon, basically. This is your last dungeon. We've come to the point now where it's a full dungeon crawl. Come at me, see what happens.
Just again on the tower team. Could Angel Boy carry both of them or only one back down? Because obviously him flying someone down would be quicker than them trying to run down the tower.
Yeah. The abbot will sort of counsel that he's not going to be much use if both of his hands are tied. His mate. I mean, just in case, yes, he can. But Tethix is big enough to carry two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on about them coming back after they've done what we've sent them to.
Yeah.
Come back down to ground level to come form up with us, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to strike, and then if they get the job done, retreat, and then come back and meet with you at the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
With us as we enter the castle is the plan, depending on how the fight goes and what comes out and so on and so forth. And
okay.
You won't get there, and it'll just be that little chancellor person they had, or whatever it was, the hunchback. That's all that will come out. Okay.
Not today, thank you.
Not today,
just literally come down and says, "Go away."
I'm starting to wonder if I'm actually going to have a combat encounter against myself off camera, as it were.
If you do that, can we randomly have JMO's character just snipe him from fucking God knows where he is?
Well, that's the other thing that I didn't know if you wanted to do. I didn't know if you didn't want to include what happened to Rokkr in your story. That's entirely up to you guys, or he could have just mysteriously disappeared. We'll say mysteriously disappeared for now. We don't have to.
He didn't even leave a note, so.
Yeah.
He left me a sticker book though.
He did. Signed. See, the other thing that occurs to me is there's a team of 4 going into the tower.
5.
Yeah.
Into the tower.
So we get to play.
Sorry. Oh no. Yeah. Sorry. Into the tower. Yeah.
That's. I was going to suggest that whether there'd be a session where we control the NPCs that are the tower team.
Oh.
There's only are there 5? I thought there was Baron.
There's 4.
Esmeralda and Van Richten and the
dragon.
dragon.
I got confused. I thought it was about not tower, but you said tower.
But yeah, so I nearly did suggest that when you said about we could have a session where we just control those.
I mean, it's an option, isn't it?
Who gets to be the dragon?
I mean, I don't know how I'd give you access to Van Richten and Esmeralda. I mean, the diva and the dragon is quite easy. You just need the rulebook next to you, or you'd need the start block open next to you. But I can't really get Van Richten or Esmeralda to you without.
We should do, because on Beyond, the stat block should be on there because we've got Strahd book. So if we just type them into Beyond, they should come up. I mean, do you want me to try it on one of them and see?
Yeah, go for it. Of course, you've got your mates D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I've got full access. So what's Van Richten saved as? Because is he under his Van Richten name or the other
Rick
name?
Tarvio.
Rick RIC Rictavio came straight up as I started typing rec.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read his stats, but yeah, I've got his stat block.
Yeah, you can read his stats playing. I mean, they're telling you what they can do.
Yeah, I've got his
and the
stat block. So
same-
yes, we can. No different to the Diva. We can just bring the stat block up.
So same
It
for
does take it into
Esmeralda.
this. Do you have to be very careful because directly below Rictavio, this Strahd runs on Varus and his block. So whoever's got Rictavio cannot scroll down.
Well, in fairness, if you actually click on Rictavio, it opens it up as a sort of a site, one by itself.
Yeah, that's better.
Do we want to do that then, chaps?
Yeah, man.
Would we need to send a fifth per? Oh no, there's only 4 of us, aren't there?
Yeah.
So would that mean the dragon is staying up and trying to be involved through a wall?
Someone's going to play a blue dragon.
The least to do, but
Yeah, it's just if the heart's in an enclosed thing, Dave, is the dragon going to be able to do anything? Because he's dropping off. They're going down a tower, back up another one, and then into an enclosed tower. Because if the dragon can get into it, she may as well just burst through and drop everyone off that way. But
it's a big old place. I mean, and a young dragon would be, in terms of size, like a sort of a horse with wings. Young dragon, perhaps slightly bigger than that, perhaps a sort of a shire or horsey type thing.
What size are they?
Large.
Right, chaps.
Large, so yeah, they take up 4
in
squares.
a really big way, so I'm going to bail. I apologise.
Yeah,
but,
that's all right, Mark.
Down. Thanks, chaps. Been interesting, and I shall see you